Hi you guys, this is Allison. I was hanging out in my space to craft, watching the Olympics, and taking care of another of my NASA page kits. This one it says welcome to the Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory, but it is actually a division group photo. We used to take one of these every year right before our holiday luncheon. And so we would hold the holiday luncheon either at the Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory or at my building. And then we'd all gather around, as many of us as we could, for a photo. So it's a big 8x10 NASA photo. I didn't trim it down. I probably could have trimmed it a little bit, but since I didn't have, a lot of story to tell or anything like that, I'm just keeping it pretty simple. So I'm doing a white cardstock border for this photo. So you'll see at the end of this, I do the title as 2010, and it was actually 2006. And I realized that right after I stopped filming. And so I did recut out that, traded out the 1 for a 6 to make it 2006. So I just did another 8x10 layout. And so I wanted this one to be slightly different design. Now I had done a sketch for this. You can see on that bright green post-it there. I had done a sketch, but I essentially did that sketch on the previous 8x10. You can go back a couple days and see that image. So this time I think I'm going to cut a strip instead of a double mat. I'm going to cut a strip and put it across the page. And I'll still be embellishing top and bottom, but I'm going to do the title at the bottom instead of the top, just to try and mix it up a little bit. So instead of just matting it like I did on the other one, I'm doing it all the way across. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm just eyeballing it. I have a relatively straight eye. Sometimes things look a little crooked to me, but I have a pretty straight eye. Now, one issue was this blue paper was just a fraction larger than this golden yellow paper, and so that made it a little bit difficult. So here I'm thinking about what am I going to do for embellishments, and I think I'm going to do circles. So here I'm showing you that I have created a title on my Cricut, and I'm just going to keep it simple. 2000 should be 2006 DX division. So I'm just shrinking that DX, and I did that. The reason those letters are connected in that way is that's what our patch, our logo, looks like for the division. So I'm going to go off the video and cut that out and cut a whole bunch of circles as well. So when the video comes back, here you can see, and I've pulled some stickers from a variety of sticker books that are available on my desk. And I cut a whole bunch of circles out of the polka dot paper that I had, and that striped paper that you see sitting beside it that just happened to be, I think I used it on another page. And then I pulled out another blue. So just trying to get a variety of patterned paper in blues and yellows for the two embellishment areas. And here I'm just using my repositionable. I'm not gluing the letters down. I'm using repositionable just in case I need, which is a good thing since I had messed up that date. And I was actually working in the Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory that December. I think it was in the January that I moved to a different position within the division. But I worked at the Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory. I never got to scuba dive in it. I did get to swim in the pool. It's a 40-foot deep pool, and it's amazing. Super clean and clear. It's 6.2 million gallons of water, and that water is processed about every 19 hours, I think it is. So it's pretty amazing, but I didn't get to scuba dive because I was pregnant when I worked there. And then I was, postnatal after that, and just not ready to scuba dive. You have to pass some pretty stringent swimming tests and scuba tests to scuba dive in that pool. And here I was feeling like it was just a little bit off. It wasn't lining up with those polka dots properly, and I think it was just the width of it that was messing me up a little bit. So I'm just tucking in some of those circles to build out. I think I have 5 circles in each cluster, and then I add a few other things on top of each cluster, some stars and little other circles and things like that. So again, when you're doing these 8x10 photos, it has to be pretty simple. You don't have a lot of room for a lot of embellishments or things. I do overlap each corner of the photo. There's nothing critical in those parts of the pictures. And that's when I say I probably could have trimmed probably an inch off the top of this photo. But I'm okay with it the way it came out. Here I put that on there and decide it's too long, and I have another little label that I really wanted at the top there. So I'm going to take that very long sentiment off and cut it, and I think I put it, at the bottom. Something about enjoying the memories and things like that. So just adding a few other elements to the clusters. And then I think I also might, maybe, I don't know, I don't think I did enamel dots. So here we are with the finished layout. Very, very quick. In probably less than an hour, including me using the Cricut. So I kept it pretty flat. So thanks for watching, you guys. Come back. I think I have a card that I made from some of these scraps, and a couple more NASA pages coming up as well. So please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.